What's up, everybody? Justin here with my NXT TakeOver NXT Brooklyn 2 review. Just ended about 5 minutes ago on the network. Hopefully you watched it. If you did not, you really missed out on a great wrestling show on the network. Probably will be better than SummerSlam, but who knows? I mean, the matches were very good quality. Especially the 3 championship matches were great quality. They were tremendous. So, here we go with my review. NXT TakeOver has been trending #1 on Twitter for probably over an hour. It was at #3 before, went up to 2, and now it's 1. UFC 202 is #3. Why am I mentioning this? Well, because Conor McGregor is taking on, I believe, Nate Diaz. I don't think maybe his name is Nick Diaz. I don't remember. One of the Diaz brothers in a rematch. So, that match, McGregor against Diaz, is probably happening in about an hour. Probably in an hour. Will I watch it? No, I doubt it. I mean, I could get it on a stream, but I don't really care. I'll just see the highlights of who won on Fox Sports 1 at midnight. Here we go with my poll, my Twitter poll, asking everybody to rate tonight's NXT TakeOver Brooklyn Part 2. Rate it. And these stupid... Here are the poll results. They weren't showing up. Here they are. I did numbers, rating system by the numbers. Vote, rate tonight's NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2, 5, 7, has 0%. Nobody has voted that it was a 5 or 7. 17% picked 8, and 83% gave NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2. 83% have voted that it was a 10. It was a 10, 10, 10, 10, as Ty Dillinger and his gimmick 10 always does. Would have been nice to have Ty Dillinger on the show, but I don't know where the guy is. Hopefully he's not injured. Hopefully Ty Dillinger does not get released. He should have been drafted to SmackDown, in my opinion, or Raw. So up first, at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn Part 2. Up first was No Way Jose coming out. Had a pretty good, entertaining entrance. The crowd was really into it. The crowd was hyped. They were hyped, and they stayed hyped most of the pay-per-view event. Or whatever you want to call it. Special event, because it wasn't on pay-per-view. It was only on the network. No Way Jose comes out. The guy is a Congo line. A lot of people looked like fans, but they're probably backstage workers. Anyway, No Way Jose has a Congo line. Looked like fun at ringside, outside the ring. They're going around the ring in a Congo line. Crowd was really into No Way Jose. They're chanting right away when his music started. They started doing the chant along with the music, No Way Jose, along with the beat of his music. It was pretty fun. Pretty fun to hear. Good kickoff to NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2. And then Austin Aries came out. And they had a pretty good match. Pretty good kickoff to NXT TakeOver. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good match, as I said. And Austin Aries, I had him losing. I predicted No Way Jose would win. I was wrong. That's okay that I was wrong. Go back, watch my NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 predictions in my NXT TakeOver playlist. I predicted No Way Jose, but he lost. As I said, that's okay, because every other match I predicted right. So there are 6 matches, so I went 5 for 1. In my predictions, I went 5 for 1. So pretty good. Austin Aries wins by tap out victory as he locked in his submission. I forget what his submission's called, but No Way Jose taps out. And Austin Aries after the match. Aries after it attacks No Way Jose, starts beating the crap out of him, because why not? Aries is a heel. It was a good heel move by Aries, and then out comes, and his music hits, Otami. Otami comes out, runs down to the ring, gets in the ring, and him and Austin Aries start going at it. They face off, then they start going at it. Aries gets the better of Otami in the beginning, but then Otami took over and Aries bailed out of the ring. It was good to see Otami show up at a TakeOver. The guy hasn't been on a TakeOver in a long time. So it was damn good to see Otami return to TakeOver and take out Austin Aries. Aries against Otami at the next TakeOver, that could be really good. So then after that match, they showed the crowd a little bit, and on commentary was Tom Phillips and Corey Graves. Even though Corey Graves is part of Raw, it doesn't matter. He should still do NXT TakeOver events. If he won't, that would piss me off. They don't need to get rid of Corey Graves in NXT or Tom Phillips. Those two guys were damn good together. They're damn good at commentary. I really enjoy them as a commentary team. So, they show the crowd a little bit. And then they show Ric Flair in the front row at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2. It was good to see Ric Flair there because I'm sure he was a guest of Triple H or his daughter. Anyways, Ric Flair's an icon. The guy's a legend, two-time Hall of Famer. It was good to see Ric Flair there at ringside watching the event. The guy's one of the greatest world champions, heel world champions of all time, in my opinion. Up next, the number 2 match of the night was Billie Kay. It was a double NXT TakeOver debut because both of these women have never appeared on a TakeOver before. Billie Kay comes out first. I think she's from Australia. I don't want to say New Zealand. I think it's Australia. She's damn hot. I love her accent, and I love her wrestling. She's a great athlete, great women's wrestler. Billie Kay out first. Kind of gets no reaction, but whatever. I'm still a fan of Billie Kay. And making her NXT debut, not just at a TakeOver, making her debut, her first ever appearance in NXT is Ember Moon. Making her debut, she was trained by Booker T, and she, I think, was brought into the business. She was broken into the business by Skandar Akbar, former heel manager in WCCW and USWA, was Skandar Akbar. Sadly, he passed away. So I don't know if Skandar Akbar trained her a little bit. I know Booker T did. So Ember Moon, I watched a highlight video of her on YouTube, and she's damn good. So Ember Moon against Billie Kay. They are both making their NXT TakeOver debuts. Ember Moon had a pretty cool entrance. She took her hood off, and she was fired up. She was jumping in the air. And the crowd got into it, started popping when she started jumping in the air. I'm sure she's really excited, probably really nervous also. But Ember Moon performed pretty damn good. She did great for her debut, for her first appearance in the WWE. Even though it's NXT, it's still on the grand stage of the WWE. NXT TakeOver will be seen by millions. And Ember Moon and Billie Kay were seen by millions, I'm sure. So Ember Moon, pretty damn good debut, as I said. She did some moves in this match I've never seen before. She did like a front handspring flip, and then she clotheslined Billie Kay in the corner. I've never seen that before. That was damn impressive. And that was a cool move. And then her finisher. She jumped, I believe, off the top rope, or second. She jumped off the rope and hit a twisting Stone Cold Stunner. She hit a twisting stunner. 1, 2, 3, Billie Kay loses. Ember Moon wins her debut. Ember Moon possibly could challenge Asuka, maybe at a TakeOver in December or November. But I don't know. I don't see Ember Moon defeating Asuka. I'll talk more about that when I get to Asuka Bayley. So Ember Moon wins her debut. It was great to see her in NXT. Great that she got signed to the WWE, and she is a great addition to the NXT women's division because they need they need to build up a lot of new women to carry the division on. Because Asuka will probably get drafted after WrestleMania 33. So Ember Moon, you're great in the ring, and it was great that you won your debut. Ember Moon wins. I predicted she would win because you would have to be really stupid or not watch wrestling for a long time to think that Ember Moon was not going to win. So up next, the third match of the night was another NXT TakeOver debut. Bobby Roode, glorious. Bobby Roode, his entrance was fucking glorious. It was awesome. His match was glorious because he got the victory. Bobby Roode defeated Andrade Almas. I don't care if that's how you say his name or not. I don't care about the guy. The guy's boring to me. He's a good wrestler, good talent, but Andrade is boring to me. Bobby Roode wins his NXT TakeOver debut. As I said, it was glorious that he got the victory, and his entrance was damn glorious. The crowd was singing along right away when his music hit. The crowd was singing along with his entrance music. It was epic. Great entrance for Bobby Roode and a great debut at TakeOver for Bobby Roode. So, as I said, the crowd was chanting during it, glorious. They were chanting this, a lot of chants during the match. Bobby Roode chants. And then they also chanted, "This is glorious, this is glorious." Pretty awesome match to watch, and a lot of awesome crowd chants from Brooklyn. Bobby Roode wins. Up next, the fourth match of the night was for the tag team titles. NXT, the first title match of the night. 3 titles were on the line. NXT only has 3 titles. I wish they'd get a NXT TV title. Hopefully they do in 2017. Or they could even, if they don't want to get an NXT TV title, I think NXT could actually get an NXT Women's Tag Team title. I think that'd be interesting and entertaining. So up next, tag team titles on the line. The Revival defending against Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, the challengers. Ciampa and Johnny Wrestling, great fucking team. They've only been teaming, I don't know, 1 or 2 months, 3 months on NXT TV. They had a great singles match in the Cruiserweight Classic. It was fucking awesome. I really enjoyed that match in the Cruiserweight Classic they had. It wasn't as good as Cedric Alexander and what's his name, Kobashi or Koto, I forget the guy's name. But Cedric Alexander and his opponent, very good match. Great match. And after it, Triple H came out, when the crowd was chanting, "Sign Cedric, sign Cedric," Triple H came out, gave him a hug, and shook his hand, took him to the back like he's going to sign him. Or like he's telling the crowd, "I'm going to sign this guy." Hopefully they do sign Cedric Alexander. The guy has to be signed for the new Cruiserweight division on Raw. Back to the tag team title match. This was damn good. This was one of my favorite matches. Oh, I said one of my favorite matches of TakeOver. It was damn good, and I actually had 3 favorite matches of TakeOver, and if you could guess, they were all the title matches. Were all very good. Tag team title match, it was great. Great tag team wrestling. Great old school tag team wrestling. The Revival works great together. They are a great heel tag team. They're doing great heel team moves. It was awesome. Johnny Gargano gets clipped. His leg gets clipped at the end. He's selling it. And the Revival picks up the victory. The Revival retains the tag team titles. Very good match. Very good tag match. I'm going to watch that tag match back probably tonight. After the match, Ciampa was helping Johnny get up. He was holding his arm. He's helping him get out of the ring. I almost thought Ciampa was going to turn on his partner Johnny. I thought he was going to turn on him. I think they make better opponents than tag partners. That's my opinion. I'd like to see them feud into 2017 or start feuding in 2017. Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, they're going to have some epic singles matches whenever they break up as a team. I believe they are both signed now, I think full-time to NXT, so good for them. They are two awesome talents. Our Ciampa from my hometown is Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano, two awesome talents. I'm happy they're with NXT, really happy for them. They're going to add a lot, and they added a lot tonight at TakeOver, getting their first tag title shot on a TakeOver. The Revival is great. I'm happy they retained. I predicted the Revival would retain. It was very good. Up next was Bayley versus, for the NXT Women's Championship was up next. As I said, before I talk about the women, I thought Ciampa and Gargano would break up tonight. I think I said that in my prediction, but they didn't break up, but it is coming. And they had an epic match on the Cruiserweight Classic. I think it was episode 3 or 4. Go back and watch it. Anyways, now to the NXT Women's Championship, which was up next. First, they played a video package hyping up this Women's Championship match. It was a great story. Bayley was trying to come back in the video package. He kept trying to return to the ring. She couldn't return. William Regal wouldn't let her. She couldn't get cleared by the doctors, I guess, because she was choked out at TakeOver Dallas, and she passed out. So that's why she couldn't return to the ring. Finally, she returned to the ring, fought her way back, and then Bayley had a #1 contenders match, I believe, against Nia Jax at a NXT TV, and she defeated Nia Jax. Or maybe it was a triple. I don't think it was a triple threat. It could have been. Maybe it was Carmella, Bayley, Nia Jax. The winner would face Asuka at TakeOver Brooklyn, but whatever. Bayley won the #1 contender match. It was great build-up. Great video package to build up this Women's Championship. It just got me really excited for it. So Asuka, Bayley comes out first. Gets a huge reaction. She is super over, and I don't ever see Bayley getting booed. If you do boo her, you're an idiot. And I don't think she can ever be heel because her character. And she shouldn't ever be heel anyways. So Bayley's out first. Great reaction. Becky Lynch, Sasha, Charlotte are in the crowd. 3 of the 4 horsewomen. I wish they'd do a storyline with the 4 horsewomen. I don't know if they should get together on the main roster because they just dominate, and there are no 4 other women that the 4 horsewomen could really feud with. I mean, unless you put Natalya together with, I don't know, somebody. Natalya, Alexa, Naomi, Carmella, maybe. I don't know. But if the 4 horsewomen were on the main roster all together and they did become the 4 horsewomen and they did start that group, they would dominate. They would absolutely dominate every female on the main roster. So, back to the Women's Championship. Then Asuka comes out. It's great to see Sasha there for support of one of her best friends, Bayley. You can tell they're best friends. Probably all the 4 horsewomen are probably really good best friends. Or probably all of them feel like they're best friends with each other. So Sasha there to support Bayley. Becky next to Sasha supporting Bayley. Charlotte was in the crowd sitting farther away by herself, I think. Or maybe she's sitting there with a friend. I don't know. Maybe she's sitting there with a boyfriend. I don't know. I have no clue who Charlotte is dating. Thankfully, Charlotte got out of the marriage with the woman beater Bram from TNA. I guess they used to be married. And I'm sure Bram was a fucking jerk-off to Charlotte when they were married. The guy seems like a fucking jerk-off and hothead. And woman abuser. So, anyways, back to the Women's Championship. Asuka comes out. She looks great. I mean, she has it. She has the it factor. Her presentation of herself and her character is awesome. I don't even know if Asuka plays a character. I don't think she's playing a character. She's just being her damn self, and it's awesome. Her look is awesome. I mean, the paint, black paint on her face, that was great. Great look for her. Her gears looks awesome. Bayley, the same. Bayley is a superstar. She just has it. And Bayley had new ring gear, as she always does for every takeover. A nice looking ring gear, white and baby blue, I believe. So the match starts, a damn good women's title match. Very good. One of my favorite matches at TakeOver Brooklyn was Asuka Bayley, along with the tag title match. So it starts off with Asuka. Bayley jumps off the second rope backwards, trying to, I guess, do a high cross body on Asuka. Asuka knees her in the head, knees her in the face. Bayley fell down on the mat, was holding her nose, like she really injured her nose. I was kind of afraid she might have broke it, but I don't think she did. Anyways, Bayley was holding her nose and her mouth, and I think she did get kneed, probably did get hit with a knee in the face. I don't know if she blocked it totally, but Bayley was just selling really good, because I don't think her nose was that injured. And then after that, I mean, other great spots in the match I really enjoyed. Bayley set up Asuka in the corner, set her legs up, so Asuka was upside down. Then Bayley did that springboard elbow drop in the corner. She did it last year at Brooklyn against Sasha. It was awesome. She did it tonight against Asuka. It was awesome again. Springboard elbow in the corner. Other spots that were great. You had Asuka, I believe this was later. Or anyways, to think about this, Asuka was actually in the crowd. I mean, I'm sure WWE had her sit in the crowd to watch the show, and I'm sure she was already signed at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2015, but go back, watch NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2015, and you will see Asuka is in the crowd, sitting near Ric Flair and Sergeant Slaughter. So Asuka's actually in the crowd at TakeOver Brooklyn 2015. Just think about that. That's pretty crazy, because a year later she is dominating and she's still undefeated. So then other great spots, as I said, Asuka's running, or as I was about to say, Asuka's was running up against Bayley, did her butt bump, I don't know what else you call it. She did her running butt bump into Bayley, but then Bayley just bounced off the rope, ran at her, and did a running boot to the face. That was awesome. Showed Bayley had a lot of fire in her, a lot of passion to become NXT Women's Champion again, and for Bayley to try and defeat Asuka. And it was great storytelling also. Great storytelling in this women's title match. And it was a damn good match also. It was a better match than it was at TakeOver Dallas between them. So you had the running boot by Bayley, and then Asuka was shining. Asuka hit a shining wizard during the match. And most of the match, Asuka was dominating. Most of the match, Asuka was, in my opinion, most of the match, Asuka was really in control of Bayley, but Bayley started really fighting back at the end, showing great passion. So then, most of the match, as I said, Asuka was one step ahead of Bayley. And it was a great match. You had an Asuka lock. She locked an Asuka lock on at one point. Bayley was almost about to pass out, but she stood up on her feet and broke out of it, or grabbed the rope. Crowd was really into this match. There were chants of, I believe, women's wrestling, this is wrestling, stuff like that. Good chants. A lot of let's go Bayley, then let's go Asuka. Fans of both going back and forth with the chants. That was awesome to hear. So then she locks on at one point, Asuka locked on an ankle lock. But then Bayley got out of it. And other great spots, but after the ankle lock, Asuka puts the Asuka lock on Bayley again. Bayley reverses it, falls backwards, pinning Asuka's shoulders to the mat. 1, 2, Asuka just kicks out. That was really close. Bayley came really close to defeating Asuka there, after countering the Asuka lock into falling back and using all her leverage on the top of Asuka to pin her. But Asuka kicked out. Anyways, Asuka wins. She wins. Because after the Asuka kicked out of the pinfall, from the reverse of the Asuka lock into the pin, then Bayley got up, and before this, Asuka was doing a lot of kicks, Daniel Bryan kicks into Bayley's chest. Bayley was taking them all. They looked pretty stiff. And I'm sure Asuka works pretty stiff. And that's okay. Some people do. I'm sure Bayley didn't care. I'm sure Bayley hit Asuka back harder too. So, this match was fucking awesome. Some people say it was one of the best women's matches of the year. I just like to think of it as it was a great fucking match. It was one of the best matches of the year in the WWE and in NXT, in my opinion. One of the best. A few are Zayn versus Nakamura. That's the one that I thought was pretty good. And AJ against Cena and AJ against Roman. Those weren't bad matches. So, back to the women's title match. Bayley, after Asuka kicked out from the reverse of the Asuka lock, Bayley's up on her feet. Asuka kicks her in the stomach, kicks her in the chest, kicks her in the legs. Bayley says, "Why don't you hit me in the face? Try and hit me in the face." And Bayley went like this to protect herself, and Asuka was going like this off. She was going off on Bayley's head. And then Bayley she got fed up, and Bayley slaps Asuka in the face. That was awesome. But that pissed off Asuka. That was not a good move, not a smart move, because that pissed off the women's champion Asuka. After that slap, Asuka kicked Bayley once. Bayley, I believe in that, or did a spinning wheel kick. Spinning wheel kick. Bayley goes down to her knees. Then Asuka spins around, and she's fired up, and bam, kicks Bayley right in the side of the head. Lights out. 1, 2, 3. Asuka wins and retains the women's championship. And my final thought on the women's title match is I don't have a clue who is going to defeat Asuka. Who can defeat Asuka? If you can think of anybody in NXT currently, write in a comment under this video who in the hell do you think could even challenge Asuka next or defeat her for the women's championship. I believe Asuka's still undefeated in her NXT career. That's insane. And that's damn impressive. And even though Asuka doesn't know English very well and can't really cut a good promo, it's hard to understand her when she talks English, doesn't matter. She is still an awesome talent. She's getting a great push Asuka deserves it, and she still deserves to be women's champion. I predicted Asuka would win, and she did. I had a tiny bit of hope that Bayley might win. But it's good Bayley lost. It's a good thing because hopefully she debuts at SummerSlam, shows up during the women's title match, or I hope Bayley shows up on Raw after SummerSlam or shows up on SmackDown. I think Bayley will probably be a part of Raw over SmackDown. That's just my opinion. Or maybe they'll fight over Bayley. If she shows up at SummerSlam, maybe on Monday night, Mick Foley and Stephanie will be trying to sign Bayley to a contract, and maybe Tuesday Bayley will go to SmackDown and they'll be fighting over her to sign with SmackDown. Whatever Bayley does on the main roster, whenever she debuts and shows up, I hope it's damn good. Whatever they do with her, it better be damn good. They better not fuck it up, because Bayley, her character doesn't need anything different. She's already super over with the fans, super over with the little girls and kids. So don't change Bayley's character. Don't turn her heel. That'd be stupid as fuck if they turn Bayley heel. Like at SummerSlam, she'd run in and hit Sasha with a Bayley to belly, costing Sasha the women's title. That'd be stupid as fuck. And that'd piss me off. That would really be stupid. And I don't get pissed off when stupid shit happens in wrestling. It doesn't piss me off anymore. It's pointless to get pissed off over pro wrestling, because it's just an entertainment show. Even though I love pro wrestling, I love it with all my heart and soul, but it's an entertainment show. So stuff that pisses you off, things that people say in promos that could piss people off, just think about it's just a show. It's not reality, what they're saying in promos. And I don't know. If your favorites lose and you get pissed off about that, you really shouldn't be watching in the first place. So the women's title match, final thought, I don't think anybody's going to defeat Asuka in 2016. I don't think she'll be defeated until 2017. Maybe she'll go another year. Maybe at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. Because they're holding SummerSlam in Brooklyn again next year, I believe. So NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, I could very well see Asuka still being women's champion. Now to the main event. The final match of the night. Samoa Joe defending the NXT Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura comes out first. The guy's an epic fucking entrance. It was WrestleMania quality entrance. It was damn good. You had some guy playing Nakamura to the ring with a violin. He was damn good on the violin. I don't know his name, but he was damn good. I believe Triple H took a picture with him earlier and put it on Twitter and said, "You're going to see this guy tonight. I perform at NXT TakeOver." So the guy in the violin, I don't know his name, but he was damn good. He was damn good at playing it. So, very good entrance. It got the crowd really fired up. It was epic as hell. Got the crowd really into being behind Nakamura. Nakamura got in the ring, did his thing by the rope, fell down like he was playing dead. That was fucking awesome. That got a pop. And Nakamura, the guy, he's not a character. He's just being himself. And the guy has tremendous charisma. Nakamura has tremendous charisma. He's super over with the American fans. I mean, I don't think he got that cheered in Japan, because the crowds in Japan are usually pretty quiet. But in America, Nakamura is super over. And if the guy is treated the right way and booked the right way on the main roster, he's going to be a huge fucking star. Nakamura hopefully wins the WWE Championship in his career because the guy's super over. At least in NXT, he's super over. Maybe the main roster crowd, if those are some different fans on the main roster, probably don't watch NXT. I think they're stupid if they don't. But some fans do not even watch NXT and they have the network. Anyways, hopefully Nakamura gets the same pops, the same reactions he gets in NXT when he goes to the main roster. And I think the guy should be Intercontinental Champion or WWE Champion. If he goes to Raw, make him the fucking Universal Champion in 2017 because he's super over. And he's a damn good worker also. I could see Finn Balor defending the Universal title against Nakamura in 2017 on a WWE pay-per-view. That would be awesome to see them go at it on the main roster over a title. So, then Samoa Joe comes out, the NXT champion. This match was it was at least 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. With Nakamura's entrance, it probably went over 30 minutes. But the match was very good. Very good. Both guys worked great together. I believe Tom Phillips said this is their first ever matchup. This is the first time they're ever meeting. I don't know if that's true, but maybe it is. Anyways, they had great chemistry together in the ring. Damn good match. The only thing is, it was a little bit too long. Samoa Joe at the end hits a power slam, and Nakamura kicks out of the power slam. That was awesome. And Nakamura wins. Nakamura wins the NXT fucking championship. That was awesome. Very happy Nakamura is NXT champion. Not just because I predicted Nakamura would win, because NXT TakeOver Brooklyn needed a shocking surprise victory to get the crowd to pop. I mean, you had no new tag champs, no new women's champ. You needed Samoa Joe to lose the NXT championship. I still like Samoa Joe. The guy's one of my favorites. Nakamura, the guy is becoming one of my favorites. He is fucking awesome. And Nakamura as now the face of NXT as a champion, that's awesome. That is great for the NXT brand to have Nakamura be the NXT champion. So Samoa Joe, after the match, referee's checking on him. Looks like he injured his jaw from the stiff matchup they had together. Nakamura hit knees in Joe's jaw, running knees, stuff like that. Nakamura's finishers, a running knee or running kick to the head, I believe, or the face. Anyway, Samoa Joe looked like he injured his jaw, holding his mouth and stuff like that. Hopefully Samoa Joe does not have a broken jaw. I really hope he doesn't, because that'd suck. Anyways, this ends my NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 review for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2016. It was a damn good event. If I give it a rating, 1 to 10, I would give it a 10. The only matches that were not great and very good was Bobby Roode and Almas, but it was great to see Bobby Roode's entrance and him win. So that was great. It was also great to see Ember Moon debut and win. She debuted and won at TakeOver just like Bobby Roode did. Sadly, Billie Kay debuted at TakeOver, but she did not win. Somebody had to lose, and it wasn't going to be Ember Moon to lose in her NXT debut. So the only Aries and No Way Jose, they kicked off the show. They got the crowd really fired up, and that match was pretty damn good in my opinion. So the only matches that were not damn good were Ember Moon, Billie Kay, and Roode against Andre Almas. The title matches, And No Way Jose Aries were fucking awesome. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn Part 2 gets a 10 rating from me. Follow me on Twitter at TNA WWE Guy. I will be tweeting SummerSlam tomorrow night from at TNA WWE Guy. Also, follow me at NXT WWE Guy. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate that. SummerSlam's tomorrow. I'm excited for it. I wish it wasn't 6 hours, but whatever. At least it won't be 7 hours and 40 minutes like WrestleMania 32 was. That show was 7 hours and like 30 minutes. I'm not joking. Go back and add up the time, how long it was. I know WrestleMania was over 7 hours, and that was ridiculous. Because I was burnt the fuck out, about to die, sitting on Twitter that long. Or not sitting on Twitter, but being on Twitter that long, sitting on a fucking folding chair like I am right now for the whole time WrestleMania. And sometimes I get up, leave Twitter, stop tweeting, and I go sit in my comfortable chair. But anyways, SummerSlam 2016 is tomorrow. I will be on Twitter live, tweeting all 6 hours. Pre-show's 2 hours, I believe. The main pay-per-view is 4 hours. I will be on Twitter for over 6 hours, which is insane. That is too long to tweet, or 6 hours is too long for any wrestling pay-per-view. And no pay-per-view should be 6 hours long. But whatever, I'll watch it because I'm an idiot. No, I'm not an idiot. I watch it because I'm a big WWE fan. And every match on SummerSlam, at least all of them, will be entertaining. Hopefully. So, subscribe to my YouTube, and I'll be back after SummerSlam with a SummerSlam review. And after that, Monday night, I'll be doing a Raw review. Tuesday night, I'll be doing a SmackDown review. Wednesday, I'm not doing any videos. Bye for now, everybody. Hope you enjoyed NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2. I enjoyed it. I gave it a 10. It gets 2 thumbs up from me. Bye for now.